Hello, this is Darius with Divine Numerology. I'm doing this video on the number 6 today. And the number 6 really tells us a lot about love, harmony, balance. It tells us a lot about the family. It tells us a lot about how to handle matters of the heart and how to be of service to other people. This 6 is the number of love. It's one of the numbers of love. It resonates with the planet Venus when it comes to astrology. And when it comes to astrology, Venus is the nurture. Venus is a feminine expression. The feminine expression corresponds to the wife in astrology. But with the number 6, when we have that, if you look at the shape of the number 6, it's shaped like a pregnant woman. There's many things that make that number 6 very special. And one of the things too is that when a person is experiencing a 6 vibration, like as a personal year or a month or a day, they're going to experience certain things related to the household, related to responsibility, related to taking care of the community. So in people's charts that have 6 very prevalent, you see a lot of community work activity in their daily lives. It's really a number of economic stability. In fact, the material realm is actually ruled by the number 6. When you think about the atom or certain little small particles, particularly carbon-based life forms, carbon is the 6th on the elemental table, periodic table of elements. And so correlating to the material world, it resonates really very well with money, which makes sense because Venus is an earth element planet, which is interesting too because the number 6 corresponds to the water element. So when you have 6 as in water with earth, which is the Venus, that is how you actually have growth. You put water into the earth. The 6th card in the tarot deck is the Lover's card, which corresponds to the sign of Gemini. But with the Lovers, the original name for it was the Choice, right? Here's an actual picture of the Lover's card. This is according to the Rider-Waite deck. And here in this illustration, what you'll see is you'll see 2 people, a male and a female. Looks like it is in the scene of the Garden of Eden. And in between them, there's an angel with red wings. Above directly him, you see the sun, the sun's rays. The Lover's card, right? A lot of romantic themes prevalent here. And it also reminds us of the need to make choices. It reminds us of the forks in the road that we experience. Here's another depiction of the Lover's card. It's a man that is trying to rescue a woman. And then here's another depiction of it. You see that the man has rescued the woman. And they're experiencing divine union. So when it comes to those particular energies, some of the words that are associated with 6, just as a brief list, if you're ever doing an interpretation or if you're looking at where 6 appears at in your own chart, it relates to the home, matters of the heart, adjustability, art, community, warmth, softness, conscientiousness, romance, water, like we mentioned. Hearth and home, it's domesticity, anything related to duties in the household. Understanding, dependable, responsive, loves to sing. We find a lot of singers and entertainers and homemakers and artists, especially artists. Artists are very, very much having the number 6 in their charts when we look at them. In this book that I have is called The Life You Were Born to Live by Dan Millman. If I go to the number 6, there's a poem here. And I'm going to read this poem because it's a really good poem, or let's say it's a really good narrative or monologue. It says, "Imagine the scales of justice and equality, perfectly balanced, representing fairness and high ideals. Do ideals guide your life, or do they rule it? What is your vision? How can you manifest it in practical ways? Do you accept yourself and others, or do you compare the world against the scales of perfectionism? Do you appreciate the hidden beauty in your life, and do you appreciate the perfection of imperfection? Acceptance is recognizing that whatever happens and however we respond is precisely what we need for our highest good and learning." That's anonymous. And the definition, the two words that it gives in this book, Life You're Born to Live, are vision and acceptance. Because 6 also has the characteristic of being perfectionist. And those words that I mentioned earlier are coming from King's Book of Numerology, which I highly recommend anyone just starting on numerology get a hold of quickly before they run out. So this is my take on the number 6 and what it means in numerology. Very brief, just to get to the point of that. And you all have an awesome day. This is Darius with Divine Numerology. Peace.